Two King, One Destiny, Mystery God, Death Ancient Egypt. This is Parineeta and watching Nishkarsha Media Entertainment and Publication. In the vast skimmering saga of ancient Egypt, few tell class with such thunderous contradiction as the destiny thread life of Akhenaten and his young son Tutankhamun, a father whose shot it drags cosmos down to earth, and a child forced to rebuild the scattered world left in the blazing shadow. Akhenaten rose like a prophet consumed by fire, scoring the 1,000-year-old empire of God and priest, daring to silence Amun, Mut, Ores, and the entire celestial court that had guarded Egypt since the dawn of kingdom. He tore the scared tapestry of religion apart, thread by scared thread, entering attain the faceless, formless sun disk as the one true Lord, forcing an entire civilization to bow before a God of pure light. With wild devotion, he received temple law and rituals, even the royal body itself, making his own image, enlocked and gentleness as through the king wished to transcend morality and embody creation itself. And not content with altering belief, he uprooted the heart of Egypt, abandoning Thebes and raising the desert city of Akhenaten from a dust-glowing mirage where only Athene and the royal family mattered. But as the golden sun of his dream rose higher, the king around him crumbled. Diplomacy collapsed, vessels failed, soldiers stripped, and the priesthood swelled with furious silence. When Akhenaten finally died, he left behind not a ribbon paradise, but a wounded empire grasping under the weight of a vision too blinding for mortal eyes. Into this wreckage stepped a fragile boy of 9, Tutankhaten, caught between the ghost of father he could not understand and a nation demanding salvation. And so child king became a symbol, a vessel through which anxious general and desperate priest walked to heal the broken spiritual spine of Egypt. Slowly, carefully, they guided his hand. He abandoned his father, forbidden son, and they embraced the old god once more, changing his name to Tutankhamun, a declaration to the world that the divine order of Amun had been restored. The boy king reversed his father's edicts, reopened temples had fallen silent, repaired centuries whose roofs had been stripped bare, and they issued the great restoration decree proclaiming that the land of Kemet would breathe again. He moved to capital from Akhenatana city, already sinking into the ruin like a cursed dream. Back to Memphis and Thebes, returning Egypt to heartbeat it had known for centuries. With every statue of Amun he raised, he buried another fragment of his father revolution. With every priest he restorated, he dimmed a little more of a light of Athene. Thus the legacy of father and son became the cosmic duel written across the desert sands. Akhenaten, the blazing heretic who tried to overturn the universe, and the Tutankhamun, the gentle restorer who tried to mend the fractures his father left behind. One or two became divine by defining tradition, and the other became beloved by the embracing it. Once built a city of sun that burned too hot and too fast, and the other rebuilt a kingdom that had forgotten and opposed the dreamer who challenged the god and the child who brought them home. Again, he is shaping Egypt in ways their mortal heart could never fully comprehend. Akhenaten's life ended in eerie silence around the 17th year of his reign. His death unrecorded, his final monument hallowed by the kingdom eager to forget him. First buried in the grand tomb he built at Amarna, the shining capital of his son Gurdrim, his body was later removed into secret when his successor dismantled his revolution and the rush to restore the old gods. Taken to Thebes and hidden among the royal burials, he remained became a ghost in Egyptian history. Refreshing centuries later the debated mummy of KV55, too young yet genetically linked to Tutankhamun, The body has sparked endless conflict among scholars, leaving Akhenaten's final identity suspended in mystery, just as enigmatic in death as he was in life. Tutankhamun's life already saved by the shadow of his father Harsay, and the restoring scattered kingdom ended abruptly just as 19. A tragedy wrapped in the cold breath of ancient mystery. Modern science sees as a cruel combination of a fate. A vicious malaria infection weakening the young king body and the fractured leg, perhaps from the fall. An accident or something darker spiraling into the fatal complications. As the boy king lay dying, the old he had restored could not save him, and the throne he had barely grown into slipped from his grasp, and the silent chamber of his thumb untouched for millennia. The story of his final day lingered like a whispered curse, as unfinished life sealed in gold, leaving the world forever wondering whether Tutankhamun's death was misfortune or something far more sinister. The fates of father sons are entombed in shadow and unanswered questions. Akhenaten, the hurting king, vanished around the 17th year of his reign. His death unrecorded, his body uprooted from the sunlit city of Amarna and hidden in Thebes, leaving historians to debate whether the mummy of K55 holds his remains or someone else entirely. Years later, his son, the boy king Tutankhamun, perished at just 19, struck down by a deadly combination of malaria and the scattered leg. His life cut short just as he had begun to restore the god his father had defied. Two pharaohs linked by the blood, and divided by the destiny, both silenced too soon, leaving Egypt and the world haunted by their unfinished story and the mysteries of their deaths.